Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, in lieu of my last video, Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez, I went back and watched it, right? And I just feel as though people are going hard on Devin Haney, right? And some of the comments are coming in, like I mentioned the Tyson Fury versus Klitschko fight, right? And they come in and say that, well, Klitschko threw more punches than Devin Haney. Well, that means I must have saw every punch from Devin Haney, right? Because I watched the Klitschko versus Tyson Fury fight, and I feel as though Tyson Fury fainted his way to a title, which props to Tyson Fury for getting under Klitschko's skin. It's a long story, but I give Tyson Fury props for that because Tyson Fury's work in that fight was before the fight. But I want to get to this point about Devin Haney. And it's just a point about sports, and I think a lot of it is the new generation, but I'm not going to blame the new generation about everything. And it's sports in general. People, defense matters, okay? Now, people that's new here for me don't understand that that's how I roll. I love defense. I love defenders in all sports because it takes a special type of person to defend, right? Most sports you don't get props for defending. You're not the richest athlete. You're not the athlete with the most accolades, and people, and people don't love you as much. You're defending. It takes a special person. Now, I will put in American football, we'll put offensive linemen in this discussion as well. Just underappreciated people that are doing very important work in all sports. And the people right now, for example, in basketball, the NBA for short, people now can watch games that are 150 to 138 in regulation basketball. Right? People have been watching for a long time. That gets on your damn nerves. It's way too much offense. People shooting 3-point shots only, and they can't defend them. People tying the defender's hands behind their back and they can't do anything. They can't breathe on the person, can't get close to them. That irks people that's been watching for the longest. We like people that can defend. I've seen an argument right now lately about Tim Duncan versus Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant's so much better than Tim Duncan. Probably in the offense, but not in the defense. Tim Duncan has 15 all defensive teams, Kevin Durant none. That's the end of the discussion to me. Kevin Durant's better, yeah, in the offense, but Tim Duncan wasn't bad in the offense either, especially on a low block. Automatic bank shot. So that means Tim Duncan's the better player, right? Better player. Jokic, best player in the NBA. Offensively. But defensively, he's not. He's okay. So Hakeem Olajuwon versus Jokic is not even a discussion to me. Hakeem Olajuwon's a way better defender and just as good as the offensive player. It's not better, but Jokic passes better than him. We will say that. But I'm just saying, defense. In soccer, those defenders that are back there get no props for all the things they do. They have to set up traps so people will, so the offense will get offsides. You have to set a trap for that. You can't defend when a dude goes over the ball one left right. You put your foot in there, he's gonna trip over your foot, and they're gonna get a penalty shot. You got to make sure you don't do that. You got to make sure you don't touch this guy in the penalty area. You got to make sure that when they do a side kick, that you get in front of that ball because somebody's going to make a header. You got to time it. All of those things, right? All of those things are in the defense. You playing defense in American football, these dudes need 2 yards. You got to be a linebacker that sees that running back and make sure before he hits that hole, you got to hit him. And you got to give him everything you got. Make sure he can't, because he's got that forward momentum and he weighs a lot himself. Right? A baseball game. You guys want the baseball games to be 15-13. Yeah, every now and then. But I have not a problem with watching a pitcher throw 6 no-hit innings. Or throw a 9-inning 2-hitter. That's also awesome. That's why we have those pitchers. Right? So I'm just saying, people, defense matters. And in boxing as well. And normally in boxing, we'll say things like we don't like the defensive fighter and all of that. But we would say Willie Pep, didn't he win a round by not throwing a punch. How is that possible if we don't care about defense? The argument should be over with that. If there was possible for a guy to win a round without throwing a punch and we celebrated it, which we would if somebody's defense is that good that he didn't get hit, didn't throw a punch, and didn't get hit the whole round, that's awesome. Yeah, I would give him the round too, but you wouldn't, according to your logic. Now, Floyd Mayweather, you're calling him the best defensive fighter because he was defensive prowess. We barely got hit in fights. We see videos nowadays where, hey, the 5-time Floyd Mayweather was rocked. In a 25, 30-year career, we're talking about 5 times he got rocked. His defense was awesome. That's what made him awesome. That's why he has his faculties and he's enjoying the money he made instead of using more medical bills. Defense matters, okay? It is what it is in all sports. Now, Devin Haney's defense against Ramirez was awesome. If we go act like we didn't see all of that awesome defense, it was a defense. Now, if you don't like defense, that's your thing. I do. I'm not a casual fan of any sport I watch. I love the defenders. I appreciate the defenders. They're a part of the game, and we need to appreciate them more in all sports, and especially in a combat sport. So yes, Devin Haney's defense against a world-class fighter in Jose Ramirez was awesome. Did he throw that many punches? Probably not, but he threw way more than Ramirez did, and he landed more than he did. That's awesome to do. Everyone can't do that, especially for 12 rounds. So people, if you're watching sport casually, then I'm probably not the guy. I love defense. My favorite basketballer of all time is Hakeem Olajuwon. Not only because of offense, because you can't do anything against him defensively. He's going to block your shot or steal the ball from you. And I love that. When I watch highlights of the NBA, yeah, I love to watch somebody get dunked on, right? But I also like to watch the best blocks of the last 2 years or whatever. The best block shot, because going up to block a dunk is incredible for me. Because there's only a downside to that. You're on a poster. There's no upside. Me personally, I would give a block dunk an extra foul. That means if you had 6 when you started the game and you blocked the dunk at the beginning of the game, then you got 7. We should reward these athletic plays in the defense. So yes, me personally, when it comes to Devin Haney and watching that defense against a world-class fighter who looked amateuresque versus him, I'm enjoying that. But I've been watching for decades, and I'm a defense-first type of guy because defenders in all sports, not only boxing, are underappreciated. Not here. Doma Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.